This is where I'm kind of just getting fed up and I'm almost done with it, because there's something that I've been thinking about over the past couple of weeks, and it is the fact that there are projects out there that are trying to use the influence and the good equity that I've kind of built with you as the viewer and try to use that as a way to kind of line their pockets. Now, what I'm getting at is I'm essentially getting at rug pulls, and when it comes down to me as somewhat of a personality and kind of talking and engaging with these people. Now, look, it sounds a little bit confusing, but what I'm talking about is the fact that I like to do interviews with people. And the reason that I like to do interviews with people is that I can see their face, I can hear their voice. It gives you a chance to see their face and hear their voice. Now, the reason that I like to do an interview and on-camera kind of chat is it gives me a chance to kind of talk to them, and it puts them in the spotlight essentially. But what's been happening recently is there's been a couple of projects that have done interviews with me that have essentially rug pulled or gone to ground. Now, the reason that this frustrates me is I know that there's viewers out there like you that will watch content that I'm putting out and see an interview and think, oh, hey, if Nate's talking to this person, then they must be legit, they must be good. And what happens is I can be in the exact same boat as you and end up being rug pulled. Now, I'm not going to call out any projects. I think if you kind of do your due diligence and poke around on the uploads that I've got, you'll kind of start to get an idea of what it is if you do the research on the projects. Now, the reason that this irritates me is I feel like anytime I do an interview or someone, I'm now coming at it from a perspective of, will this project succeed? Will it sell out? When what my hope is to shed light onto the project itself, so you're then able to do your research, because it is hard to look at a thumbnail and go, can I trust this person? But when you can see and hear their face, you can hopefully think that that's real. And the issue is people are very good at convincing and deceiving other people. So it is very hard. There was a project that had done an interview and gone to ground, and I was talking to some people in my Discord, and the fact is we trusted that person because we could see their face and hear their voice. Now, what I'm never going to do is I'm never going to delete videos from my channel. Now, it's for two reasons. The first reason is if I start deleting things from my channel that I've put up, it's then going to build a sense of distrust with you, the viewer, because if I put up a video and that project doesn't blow up or it doesn't go good or a call was bad, and I delete it, then I'm essentially trying to make myself look better by covering up all the losses. So I don't want to do that, because I want to build that trust and honesty. If I'm having a loss, I want that loss on the board. I want people to be able to see that loss, because then when you get wins, those wins actually mean something. And the second reason, and this is where it's kind of coming down to, the second reason is the ability to then go back and have a look at these people. So if I do interviews with everyone and there is a rug pull, you've got their face on camera, you can hear them talking, and I've always got their personal details as well, because I have been communicating with them. And I hope that the interviews deter people from trying to do unscrupulous things when it comes down to projects, but it should also be a way to kind of lock in who they are, so that in the future, someone can then do their research on that person and their reputation is then online. They can delete the Discord, they can delete Twitters, they can delete as much as they can, but they can never delete my videos. If a copyright strike was to come down on it, I'll just upload it somewhere else. Essentially, when it comes down to it, I would rather be the punching bag and take the hits from people saying, hey, you're promoting something bad, but protecting the people that in the future will want to do that research and have a look and see if that founder has actually done something well. Because if you see someone's face in the future, in a thumbnail somewhere, or you hear someone's voice and it does sound similar, you're able to go back to the content that I've made, because I'm not going to delete it. It's going to be timestamped, it's going to be here. And this is where I'm kind of just getting fed up and I'm almost done with it, because I want to give the most value that I can to you, the viewer, and be it good or bad, but I just want to lay it out there so you can then make your own decisions, because you can easily get caught up in the echo chamber that is the Discord. And then if you go out to another Discord and ask about it, you're not going to get an impartial look. You're not able to kind of get an idea on a project. When I'm looking at these projects, I'm trying to give you an idea of what I think about them, but if I can also get an interview with someone, I like it because it then gives you a chance to then put the onus back on the founder because we've got their face, we've got their name, we've got their voice recorded. So it's one of those things where I'm very torn if I should continue doing them, because I like doing an interview style setup because I feel like it's a different kind of content. It's a breath of fresh air when it comes down to NFTs and YouTube, because we see and hear AMAs when it comes down to Discord or Twitter Spaces, but I feel like having a third party come at it, it means that it can never be taken down because that third party holds it. I've got the raw interviews, I've got all of these things, and that's what I want to hold on to. Now, I know it sounds a little bit negative and a little bit bad and dangerous, but where I want to come at with this is the fact that if I am doing something with someone, I'm not necessarily endorsing them, but I'm trying to just uncover as many truths as I can and share those truths with you, because I want you to be able to go out there and invest and actually make a really good decision when it comes down to investing in the NFT space. And I want the pieces of content that I can put together almost to be like that timestamp or insurance policy, so we've got something to then move forward with if anything does go pear-shaped. So I guess where I'm torn is I want to do them because I know deep down there is value in doing them, but I also don't want to do them because of new people coming into the space, seeing an interview and thinking, hey, I've heard that if they've got a docs team, this is great, and then just FOMOing into a project because of that aspect. And this is where I'm torn, and I don't think I'm going to be able to make a decision immediately. It's not something I'm going to be able to kind of just at the end of the video turn this off and go, okay, cool, I'm doing this or I'm doing that. But this is just a thought that it's been kind of bubbling with me for a little bit, and I kind of wanted to express my aspect and my side of it and where I'm coming from, because I want you as a viewer to get the most value out of these pieces of content, these videos, because I put a lot of effort into these videos and know where they're coming from, because it's very easy to look at a video and kind of think that I'm trying to pump my bag or promote someone else, which I don't do. I don't take any promotions. I don't even take sort of whitelist to give away to viewers, because I want to keep as clean as I can. What I want you to do is when you're watching a video that I've put together is I want to give you another perspective. I want to give you a thought or an angle that you can come at to then give you more information, because when you are looking up a project or researching a project, it's hard to kind of connect the dots in a way that someone with a different life experience may have. Now, basically what I'm saying is I don't want to come at this from an authority perspective. I never want to be seen as a guru or someone that knows all and sees all. What I want to do is I want to give a voice to the person out there that's watching the content that is looking for a project or considering a project and just wants that other perspective. The same way that you'll ask your friend, hey, does this shirt look cool? It's the same thing with NFTs. I want to be essentially that friend that goes, hey, here's my opinion, and you can take it or leave it with a grain of salt. So this is where I'm coming at. It's a different kind of video. It's just something I wanted to express, to kind of share that when I'm putting these bits of content out and putting these videos out, I want you to get value from it in a way that isn't follow what I'm doing, but essentially giving you the tools and the ideas and the different thought perspective when it comes down to a project to then analyze it to see if it fits you. It's fine if you watch a video and you're going, I don't like this project, I think it's a scam. I think that's good. I think that's healthy. I think you should employ that kind of independent thinking when it comes down to it, because you may see something that I don't see and then I jump in and then correct it. And that's happened before. And that's the whole reason why I don't take down these videos, because I want them to stay there to be a record of what I have done. Because overall, when it comes down to it, the game isn't over until the final whistle is blown. And at that point, we can score up the cards and see how many wins and losses have been chalked up. So anyway, with all that said and done, I look forward to seeing you in the next video.